So today I'm going to make a video that I've been wanting to make for a very long time because it's something that really bothers me sometimes. Today I want to talk about something that happens a lot and you're familiar with probably if you're someone who fights for a cause or if you're this annoying person that is always trying to make people shut up when they try to talk about things that are important and matter. So among all of the most of the time not relevant at all excuses not to listen to what someone who's fighting for a cause has to say is the emotional implication, and most of the time this is the probably 90% of the time legitimate anger or frustration that this person may feel and probably expresses at some point in their speech. What really pisses me off with this is how it seems that feeling something and feeling anger, feeling angry, feeling frustrated, indignated by something, it seems for other people completely invalidates your opinion, your whole speech. And it really annoys me that people seem to rather look at what the speech looks like, how it's delivered, rather than the message itself. I believe that any social justice movement or any militantism requires or demands at some point, in some form or another, some sort of negative feelings, may it be pain, frustration, anger, indignation, exasperation, whatever it could be. It's not that we like these feelings, it's not that we are at heart people who are pessimistic or negative people by nature. It's just that when you look at the world and what's happening around us, when you look at the injustice in the world, when you look at the suffering of others, you are bound eventually to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel frustrated, and to feel helpless and hopeless sometimes at what you see. When you start feeling that much about what others are going through, you want to change your life, you want to change your behaviors, you want to change the way you think, the way you perceive things, and you might seem a little bit more negative, a little bit more strict, and you will find friends and family and even sometimes complete strangers that will come to you and tell you that you should stop being that negative, that you should stop being that pessimistic, that you should stop being that fucking boring and serious, and that you should try to be more optimistic and joyful, or how you should choose your own battle and just one battle because we cannot fight it all, which is a very shitty excuse most of the time for them not doing anything. But what matters is that this anger or this frustration or whatever you want to call it comes from a valid place, comes from a valid perspective, and that we should look at where it comes from and why it's happening instead of it being here. Moreover, anger and frustration or indignation can be really crucial fuels for change and improving and evolving. The issue is not being angry at the slaughter of animals or the situation of women all over the world or poverty all over the world. The issue is not being angry at these things happening all around us every single day. Most of the time it's also very important, I think, to acknowledge and realize that this anger and this frustration are not directed towards individuals but rather towards systems and behaviors and patterns. When people get mad and passionate about something important, they're not aggressing you, they're not attacking you, they're just trying to deliver a message, and yes, they have feelings. They're human beings after all. So we need to stop being that self-centered and think that everything is about us and that we are the center of everything, because we are not. We are clearly not. But thinking that you being offended by words is more important than what's actually happening, aka death of people, death of animals, destruction of forests, rape, sexual assault, anything like that, you're clearly being a big part of the issue because you're thinking of yourself before thinking of anyone or anything else. And it is not your right, nor your place, to tell people and victims, when you're not one of them, how they should feel and how they should react to what's happening to them and how they should express themselves about that. But I really want to stress out this thing, that is that anger doesn't come alone. We focus too much, I think, on anger. I mean, not we, but people who try to, shut us up. Focus too much on anger when it comes to people being militant. But anger comes with love and compassion and acceptance, tolerance, humility. Anger is not the main emotion, it clearly isn't. It might be the most vocal because in its form itself is the one that might be the most remarkable. But love and compassion are important and are, in my opinion, the biggest part of any social justice movement. I'm not an angry person by any means, but I'm so grateful that I have this capacity to be angry, to get mad at things happening that I disagree with. Because people who turn a blind eye to things are not making a change. They're not making a difference. Instead, they're helping perpetuate really unfair, harmful, disastrous, atrocious behaviors and systems while pretending that they're joyful, happy, positive, and really tolerant people. Also, the criticisms that we get sometimes come from places such as sexism. So the argument and the very cliche response to feminism, such as, oh, crazy feminist, angry feminist, is very sexist in itself. It's just the very cliche phrase that would try to portray women as being hysterical, and, you know, incapable of controlling their emotions and thinking clearly. And it's also the same with black people. It's trying to portray them as those brutal people who are not able to think calmly and just be civilized, whatever that means. Sometimes those comments are not as harmless as they wish to appear. So get angry, get sad, feel things, and most importantly, listen to what people have to say. Listen to their sadness, their anger, their frustration. Ditch your fake and very useless pseudo positivity and just help change the world, simply. So I hope this video was interesting. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you later, guys. Bye!